Welcome back to the shipyard. Today we have Wave 20's USS Hathaway, the Constellation class ship. Now I know a Constellation is not a whole lot to look at, and you're sitting there looking at a slash line of 3143 and you're going, can I actually make this work? Well, that's our challenge today. So, we get the typical Fed action bar, evade, target lock, scan, battle station, and that's a great action bar, don't get me wrong. We also get 2 crew slots, 1 weapon, 1 tech. Again, just what we're looking for here. Named ability. During the action phase, you may perform a second action from your action bar as a free action. If you do so, place an auxiliary power token beside your ship. A note on that. The way I interpret that, and the way that I'm almost certain that it's meant, is Action 1. Do any action in the world that you want. Captain text, Admiral fleet action, crew action, tech, whatever. Then your second action comes from your action bar. I could be wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, because if you have to do action bar to make this work, Hathaway's not very good. If it works the way I'm saying, anything and then action bar, then it's pretty good. Yeah, so I like this ship. 180 forward firing arc. Pretty good. No rear, but we can live without it. Decent maneuver dial. 2 hard turns are white, 3 hard turns are red, 1 reverse, 4 green moves. It's pretty standard. I'll take it. Sometimes you like that reverse. Sometimes you would prefer a come about. This ship is agile enough to actually have a come about, but I'm not going to look down my nose at a reverse. It's just a different means of playing. The generic, we lose a crew slot, a tech slot, and a shield for 2 points. Losing that tech and a crew really hurts. At that point, I think I'd rather find something else to spend my 20 points on and build from there. Lack of fed tech is really a thing that hurts, and there are just a lot of ways that you want to build around tech these days. So, love the Hathaway. Like the Stargazer too. That's another Constellation ship that's worth having, though it's a prize ship and hard to get a hold of. Captains. We only get 1. But it's William Riker. Yes, another Riker. But skill 7 with talent costs you 4 points. When attacking a ship that has a larger hull value than your ship, you gain an extra attack die. When defending against a ship with a larger hull value, you get an extra defense die. Those are constants, not a may, which is great. I really like Riker. I know a lot of people have been messing around with him on Delta Flyer builds, and why not? Delta Flyer has 2 hull. You're basically guaranteeing yourself 4 attack dice unless you're attacking another Delta Flyer, or like a Borg Scout Cube. Basically, against the heavy hitters that you really need to take out, Riker's getting you an extra attack die. Putting him on a 3-hull ship is definitely not bad. You're going to have a lot of flexibility, and he'll come into play more often than not because people love their 4-hull carriers. So, I do like Riker. I think he's worth his points. He's one of the better captain versions. He's definitely better than the starter set Riker. And yeah, what's not to like here? Our elite talent is improvise for 5 points during the combat phase. When attacking or defending, you may disable this card and any number of your other upgrades to re-roll a number of your attack or defense dice equal to the number of upgrades you disabled with this ability, not including this card. Yeah, rerolls for disables, just not really worth it. Not for a 5-point talent. If it's a 2-point talent, sure, why not? If it's a 1-point talent, great. 3 points, even playable. 5 points, no. No. Not at all. There's nothing here that makes it good enough to justify, and I cannot find a way to actually make it work. So, alright, tech. I'm going out of order here, but tech. We get navigational station for 4 points. After you perform a green maneuver, you may disable this card to immediately perform an evade action as a free action. No ship can have more than 1. It's playable. Again, I think that they've overpriced this by 1 point. Make it 3. It's reasonable. Free evade is nice, but after you've done it once, it's not really free. It's now something you have to spend an action to re-enable. every time. And that costs you. So it's a nice boost, but it's not something I'm really building around or seeing the potential to build around. I'd be happy to be proven wrong, but maybe in an era-specific game or an era mission, you could make this work. I don't know. The other attack, Warp Jump. 5-point non-unique. At the start of the combat phase, before any attacks have been made, you may discard this card to remove your ship from the play area. At the end of the combat phase, after all other ships have attacked, place your ship anywhere in the play area, but not within range 1 to 3 of any other ship. All tokens that were beside your ship are removed. And of course, you cannot attack in the round in which you use the ability because the entire combat phase has passed you by. Another big if here. If this removes auxiliary power tokens, combine this with enhanced hull plating, and you have something very interesting. However, where this is still very useful is a get out of dodge card. It is a, oh no, everybody's going to shoot at me, and I'm going to die unless I leave because I maneuvered poorly or they just outmaneuvered me. So, Warp Jump. Is it a cool card? Yes. Do you necessarily want to have it? I don't know, because you're planning for bad things to happen. And while that can be good, it is not the be-all, end-all in a build. Now, you can take this early, jump in and come in behind somebody or alongside somebody from the get-go, and that can put you in a good position right away. So, more uses for Warp Jump. I think there is some potential. I think it will work with Wesley, and we'll see that in a moment. Speaking of Wesley, we have a Wesley Crusher card. 5-point crew unique. At the start of the game, place up to 3 Federation tech upgrades, each 4 SP or less, face down under this card. Now, you can discount your tech to get them to be 4 SP or less, and then Wesley will work. So that's like Pegasus, the named ship. That's the fleet captain that discounts all tech. There are ways to discount tech, so keep that in mind. During the activation phase, you may discard this card to flip one of those upgrades face up, deploy it to your ship, even if it exceeds your ship's restrictions. If you do so, remove the other 2 face down from the game and place an auxiliary token beside your ship. So, Wesley is essentially, hey, I'm planning for a bunch of stuff that could happen. What's going to happen, I don't know. Is that good? Maybe. Is that the absolute best thing in the game? No, but I like having options. And Wesley is a very good option card, just like Shinzon is a very good option card with Romulan talents. Here you have options for Federation tech, and that's good. That is Wesley. We also get Geordi. All of your tech upgrades cost 1 less point. When defending during the roll defense die step, you may disable this card to roll 1 additional defense die for each tech upgrade deployed to your ship. Maximum of +2. Geordi plus Wesley equals cheap tech. And there you go. As for the defense die step, it's okay. Disabling for 1 additional defense die, it's not even a 50-50 shot at evading. Now, if you get 2, now you're a little better odds. Still, not perfect. I know that they don't want to give you a ton of defense dice, but 1 for 1 just is not worth it, and re-enabling Geordi is never going to be worth it. So, yeah. The last crew, and last card in this pack besides photon torpedoes, which are standard at this point, is Worf. Yes, another Worf. When defending, you may disable this card. If you do so, the attacking ship rolls 1 fewer attack die, and cannot spend battle stations or target lock to modify its attack roll, and your ship may roll its full defense dice in spite of an enemy scan token. So, 1 less attack die. Cool. They can't spend battle stations or target lock, so what they roll is what they get. Cool. Also, you get full defense dice even if they have a scan. So basically, you're negating all of their offensive actions. Yeah, that's good. Now, they can have conversions. Of course, that will still work. Magnetometric guided charge still wrecks this. Picard 8 is still good. Yeah, this is a cool card to have. This is the best Worf crew we've seen maybe the best Worf card, period, outside of Admiral Worf. That's going to depend on your builds. The Klingon Captain Worf is good too, again, build dependent. But I like it. I like what this brings to the table. It is a disable, so it's only going to happen once per round. So all you really have to do to mess with it is shoot at the same ship twice. And then you'll be able to have some damage through and hopefully destroy them. Sometimes that's easier said than done, but if anything is dissuading you from making a shuttle dreadnought, then Worf should be a good reason not to. Put Worf on those shuttle dreadnoughts, but if people keep doing that, good luck ever really damaging them, because, yeah. Anywho, I'm tangenting, but I like the Hathaway pack. I think it adds a lot of cool options. It's kind of sad that the Feds are the ones getting those cool options, but remember that these things can go on other factions, and none of them have the Fed-only text on them. So, yes, you do have to pay the extra points, but they can mix. So, that's good. I like Geordi, I like Wesley, I like Worf, I like Warp Jump. Navigational Station is it's overpriced, but it's there. Improvise, and Captain Riker is actually really, really cool. My only solace is that he cannot be used in conjunction with the crew versions of him, two of which are actually really, really cool, the one from the Hood and the one from Pegasus. Yeah, makes me sad about that. But anyways, again, I'm rambling and I'm sorry for that, but this pack is good. Pick it up. Definitely worthwhile. It's like a 9 out of 10 for me because it's a cool ship and really cool cards. And there's nothing not to like here. So, yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Appreciate it so much. And until next time, we'll see you around the shipyard. Take care.